What's up, everybody? Today, I'm taking you on a whirlwind tour of the Netherlands, but not your typical travel guide. We're diving into the 10 most mind-blowing places that will completely change how you see this country. From a village with no roads to a real-life fairy tale theme park, these locations will surprise even the most seasoned travelers. I dare you to watch this without instantly wanting to book a flight. Are you ready for the ultimate Dutch travel experience? Let's jump into our first and one of the most iconic places in the Netherlands. Let's go! Welcome to Amsterdam, the vibrant heart of the Netherlands, where canals, culture, and creativity flow through every street. From colorful canals to buzzing street life, this place is pure Dutch magic. Step into the heart of Dutch art and history at the iconic Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam. From Rembrandt's Night Watch to centuries of treasures, this museum is a masterpiece in itself. Fun fact, the Rijksmuseum is home to over 1 million artworks, but only around 8,000 are on display at any given time. That's less than 1% of the full collection. It's the only museum in the world with a road running through it. Cyclists can ride straight under the building through a beautiful arched tunnel. Get up close with the genius and madness of Vincent van Gogh at the world's largest collection of his works. From sunflowers to his self-portraits, every painting tells a story you won't forget. Fun fact, the Van Gogh Museum holds over 200 paintings, 500 drawings, and 750 personal letters, giving you a deep look into both his art and his troubled mind. Van Gogh sold only one painting in his lifetime, but today his works attract over 2 million visitors a year to the museum in Amsterdam. Fun fact, Amsterdam has more canals than Venice, about 165 in total, earning it the nickname, the Venice of the North. There are over 1,500 bridges in the city. That's more than Paris and Venice combined. From iconic canals to world-class museums, Amsterdam blends history, charm, and adventure like no other city. But trust me, we're just getting started. Let's head to our next epic stop in the Netherlands. Welcome to Giethoorn, the magical village with no roads, where boats glide through quiet canals and fairy tale cottages steal the show. It's like stepping into a storybook, peaceful, picturesque, and completely unforgettable. Giethoorn is a small, enchanting village in the Dutch province of Overijssel, famous for its lack of roads in the central area. Instead of cars, people travel by punt boats, bikes, or simply on foot along charming wooden bridges and quiet footpaths. It's like walking into a real-life fairy tale, with thatched roof cottages, flower-filled gardens, and still, mirror-like canals that reflect the peaceful beauty of the village. Fun fact, there are over 170 wooden bridges connecting homes and walkways across Giethoorn's canals, each one hand-built and adding to the village's storybook look. In Giethoorn, time slows down, the streets are canals, and every corner feels like a fairy tale. But the Netherlands has even more magic in store. Let's head to our next unforgettable destination. Next, we're heading to a place where over 7 million flowers bloom in a riot of color. Get ready for a breathtaking journey through the famous Dutch flower fields, Keukenhof Gardens, an explosion of color and one of the most beautiful places on earth. It's not just a garden, it's a living masterpiece that turns spring in the Netherlands into pure magic. Keukenhof, often called the Garden of Europe, is one of the largest and most famous flower gardens in the world. The park opened to the public in 1949. It covers 79 acres, 32 hectares, and showcases a spectacular display of over 7 million blooming flowers each spring, especially tulips, but also daffodils, hyacinths, crocuses, and more. Keukenhof is only open for about 8 weeks a year, which makes it even more special. Fun fact, Keukenhof plants 7 million bulbs by hand every year, and they're replanted each season with brand new designs. The garden attracts around 1.5 million visitors from over 100 countries every spring. But thanks to its size, it never feels too crowded. Whether you're a flower fanatic or just love beautiful places, Keukenhof is springtime in the Netherlands at its absolute best. Let's keep blooming. On to our next destination. Rotterdam, a city that rose from the ashes of World War II, transforming itself into a vibrant playground of futuristic architecture and bold urban design. Unlike many other European cities, Rotterdam's skyline is a striking display of innovation, with glass towers and creative structures stretching along the river. It's a city that never stands still, always looking forward. Welcome to Maastricht, Rotterdam's stunning food paradise wrapped in a giant horseshoe of art and architecture. From Dutch treats to global street food, this is where your taste buds and camera both go wild. Fun fact, it's not just a food hall. People live inside it. The Arch is filled with over 200 apartments, giving residents a window into one of Rotterdam's busiest attractions. Get ready to tilt your perspective, literally. The cube houses of Rotterdam are bold, quirky, and worth seeing. where architecture becomes art. Designed to look like trees in a forest, these tilted homes are one of the city's most iconic and mind-bending sights. Fun fact, the cube houses, designed by Dutch architect Piet Blom, were intended to resemble trees, and together they form an abstract urban forest right in the city center. Each cube is tilted at a 45-degree angle, and although they appear small from the outside, stretching gracefully across the Maas River, the Erasmus Bridge is Rotterdam's most iconic landmark. Nicknamed the Swan for its elegant shape, this modern masterpiece connects the city's past and future in style. Fun fact, the Erasmus Bridge is the longest single-tower, cable-stayed bridge in the Netherlands, stretching about 802 meters across the Maas River. Its nickname, the Swan, comes from the bridge's unique shape, which resembles a swan's graceful neck, a symbol of elegance and modern design. Next, we're leaving this modern marvel behind and heading to the royal heart of the Netherlands. Stay tuned for our journey to The Hague. Welcome to The Hague, the city where royalty, politics, and beach vibes all meet in one unexpected blend. Home to the Dutch government, international courts, and stunning seaside escapes, this city is full of surprises. The political heart of the Netherlands, the Binnenhof, is a stunning medieval complex that houses the Dutch parliament. You can walk around its courtyard or take a guided tour to explore centuries of history. Fun fact, the Binnenhof is one of the oldest active parliament buildings in the world, with parts of it dating back to the 13th century. Welcome to Scheveningen, The Hague's sunny escape, where city life meets the sea. With golden sands, a buzzing boardwalk, and a giant Ferris wheel over the waves, this is beach life, Dutch style. Fun fact, Scheveningen hosted the first ever beach resort in the Netherlands, dating back to 1818. What started as a wooden bathing house has become one of the country's most popular seaside getaways. From royal palaces to sandy beaches, The Hague is where elegance meets laid-back coastal charm. But there's more Dutch magic ahead. Let's head to our next unforgettable stop. Utrecht, a charming, laid-back alternative to Amsterdam. Its secret weapon? Wharf cellars along the Utrecht Canal, 2 levels with restaurants and bars right on the water. Sitting inches from passing boats, you feel like you're in a hidden world. The Dom Tower dominates the skyline. You can climb all 465 steps for a panoramic city view. Utrecht's university vibe brings youthful energy, quirky shops, and great nightlife. It's a perfect blend of old and new, history and creativity. Utrecht is the underdog that will win you over. Welcome to Maastricht, a charming city where Dutch, Belgian, and French cultures blend into one unforgettable experience. With cobblestone streets, medieval architecture, and a vibrant cafe scene, Maastricht feels like a hidden gem of Europe. Fun fact, Maastricht is one of the oldest cities in the Netherlands, with a history dating back over 2,000 years. Even the Romans settled here. The famous Maastricht Treaty was signed here in 1992, which officially created the European Union and the euro currency, making the city a key player in modern European history. Basilica of Saint Servatius, one of the oldest churches in the Netherlands, this Romanesque masterpiece holds centuries of religious and architectural history. Step inside to see its majestic crypts, relics, and peaceful courtyard. Maastricht is where history runs deep and every corner tells a story. Now, let's keep exploring the best of the Netherlands. Azanse Schans, a living time capsule of old Dutch life. Iconic windmills line the water, still working as sawmills, spice mills, and more. We watched artisans carve wooden clogs and tasted fresh Gouda cheese at a traditional farm. The village's green wooden houses and working windmills are picture perfect. It's a hands-on dive into Dutch history and culture. Zanse Schans is nostalgic, educational, and just plain fun. Now, we're leaving the mainland for an island adventure. Welcome to Texel, the Netherlands' hidden island gem, where sandy beaches, wild nature, and charming villages create the perfect coastal escape. Whether you're cycling past sheep-dotted fields or spotting seals by the sea, Texel is a breath of fresh, salty air. Fun fact, Texel is home to more sheep than people, with about 14,000 residents and over 17,000 sheep. From peaceful dunes to playful seals, Texel proves that island life in the Netherlands is anything but ordinary. That's a wrap. We explored the top must-visit places in the Netherlands, from canals to caves, flowers to fairy tales. Which spot surprised you most? Drop a comment below. Smash that subscribe button for more epic adventures. Thanks for joining me on this wild journey. See you in the next video.